Yeah, Zeb, this is the Nullarbor. It's the way everybody goes. I've been able to do that the last few days. He does have a habit of mounting the lane divider. He did it in the fall and he's done it again. It gave me a little bit of a scare then. He dropped the bike just on a little soft downhill, and it was in a tricky spot to pick it up, so he had to wait for me to come back, and without the intercom I didn't hear him. I was only about a kilometre down the track and I pulled over and waited. I thought I could hear him coming, he never did, so I kind of doubled back. This is where I turned around, it's up this. I doubled back and it was hard to make out. I thought he was laying kind of motionless on the track. Turns out he was just having a nap in the shade. So just one of those places where you really don't want things to go wrong. Anyway, all is well that ends well. Maybe we'll figure out how it ends a bit later. Good evening, and we are coming to you from Bilbunya Dunes. Another nighttime recording on account of getting in pretty late again tonight. Probably 7:30, quarter to 8.
Bit of a trend developing.
Yeah, we're off early. No, off late, arriving late.
Yeah,
is a bit of a trend.
yeah.
Big day today. We did probably a bit over 8 hours on the bike today. I think over about 280 k's all up probably. Last fuel was 260 k's ago, and we spent a fair bit of time monitoring our average fuels, because we've kind of come too far to turn around now. We're beyond the halfway point. Tomorrow morning we'll tell you about that, but we've got to get up the escarpment on top of the Nullarbor plain, and it's a sandy uphill, and I'm a little bit worried that we might struggle getting up that. But
we're good at sand now.
At this point we have no choice. So today,
otherwise we just die here.
Yeah, great. Yeah. There's lots of silverfish around to eat our remains. On a lighter note, so today we started at Menbinup, and then we went through, got away at, we were ready by about 8 o'clock.
I reckon 8:15 we were ready.
Spent about an hour doing finishing up the video editing for the followers.
You're welcome.
So I hope you're enjoying that. And after that we went to Condinup, and that was last water, last fuel at the tavern, very small little tavern. We had it stocked up on had a pie and a few
sausage
things.
roll.
And then
Powerade.
What did you discover, Zeb?
What did I discover?
Pack talk.
Oh yeah, that was when we were leaving, my little headcom unit thing decided it didn't want to play the game, so that has ceased to be alive, which is a problem because Josh and I now no longer have comms, which has been pretty handy. Mostly when I come off my bike to say, man down, and I'm getting back up.
Yeah,
or,
I think it helps.
Man down, please help me.
It just helps maintain the vibe throughout the day, I think.
Yeah, otherwise it's just...
Pardon me. Yeah, so that was sad. A couple of other... Do you want to run down your other
Look, I didn't have a great day with a lot of things. At one point got really excited for the coffee plunger that we'd plunged, and...
That I had lent Zeb.
Yeah,
the coffee
and I was like,
that
yes!
Very dear to me.
I'd forgotten that I had the coffee to drink, and then it was at Israelite Bay. Got really excited to drink the coffee, and then realised I didn't have it.
Because he left it at the campsite this morning.
Yep.
Which was after he had a bolt fall out of the Barkbusters.
No, that was after that as well. So after the Cardo. So yeah, but bolt fell out of the Barkbusters. So.
And we'll just skip straight to that, and then Zeb also, who is very sun safe and
sun terrified.
If we stop for more than 2 seconds, Zeb
my
will
helmet is
pull
off,
his hat out.
My hat is on.
And I happened very luckily to come across his hat on the path today and recover the hat. And I think if you didn't have your hat tomorrow, you would pack up. You wouldn't be able to pack up and go home. You'd just fry out here in the sun.
Yeah, probably true.
Just bury a hole in the sand.
I don't know. I wear my tent as a hat the whole time.
Oh my gosh, I would never hear the end
cape.
of that. I don't want to think about that. Anyway, so a bit of a roller coaster today, to be honest. So I think it was a bit of a tough day for you.
I'm just sad.
Yeah, you're pretty sad. Bit of a sad.
But
all day.
riding, much better.
Yeah, so
way better.
We headed into Cape Arid National Park, and really, I think from the servo there was about 60 k's of bitumen or dirt road, and then the rest has all been coastal sandy tracks.
Yeah.
We've been going a lot better in the sand now. It's a lot straighter. It's pretty relatively flat. We can maintain our speed and float on top of it. So we're doing pretty well there. Beautiful kind of coastal scrub on either side. There's banksias and flowers going on.
Yeah, sometimes getting a little bit invasive towards like where the actual path is.
Yeah, we did.
Gives you a few
bike
cuddles.
buses earned their money today.
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, and then eventually the path opens up onto these inland clay pans. So you've kind of got the Southern Ocean, beach, dunes, clay pans, and we're in that. And then the Nullarbor escarpment's kind of further inland. So riding along the clay pans, a little bit slippery. We put the drone up at one point to get some footage of the clay pan. What happened then?
I fell over.
Okay.
That's about it. But devastatingly, it wasn't recorded.
Yeah, we missed it. The drone was in the air, it was following us, and just out of shot, Zeb had a pretty decent little slide and slid the bike down. That wasn't too eventful. You did at some point drop the bike and need me to come back and get you, but I didn't know because
we didn't have
the comms.
Came over, saw a big root that I didn't want to hit because I was afraid of getting
a root.
A root.
Right.
I didn't want to get a pinch flat. So I avoided that deftly. And then fell over. Couldn't get the bike up, so then I stood up and I watched Josh poodle gracefully into the distance.
It was probably a good 1.5 k's down the road that I stopped to regroup, and then I thought I could hear your bike in the background, so I just gave you time and time and time. Eventually I had to go back, so that was a bit more fuel used, and also in total, anyway, it was just 20 minutes that got us 20 minutes.
I didn't mind too much because after waiting for 5 minutes and realising Josh wasn't coming imminently, I just went over to the side of the path and had a nap.
Great.
That's great.
Except when I was coming back, anyway, I thought Zeb was laying motionless on the middle of the track, which wasn't a nice thing to come across.
That wasn't me though. I wasn't faking it as I was lying off to the side. It wasn't.
Yeah, thanks.
You didn't see my body lying there as I was having a nap.
No, but I thought I did. From
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, and then the path. So what we are following now is the old telegraph track. So this is the old telegraph line that used to connect Eucla to Albany. So the line was established, we learnt today, in 1876. We did go at Israelite Bay to the old telegraph station, beautiful old ruins of the old beautiful building. And before the telegraph line, it used to take 3 weeks for news to come across by hand. And then in 1876 they got NBN, and it was like instant. So that was pretty good.
That was a good joke.
Thank you. It's rare. So following the kind of inland clay pans, then there was, I'm going to talk through this, then it turns into a beautiful kind of savannah with the Nullarbor escarpment kind of just closing in on us. A little bit kind of foreboding for having to get up at tomorrow, I think. And then there was a really nice little track at the end that was really quite overgrown and bashing us up, but you were moving through there. You were, I think, just wanted to get to the campsite at this point. The sun was setting. At some point we turned around and you could see the top of the Bilbunya dunes sticking out over the scrubland, kind of like a snowy peaks, and they're directly behind us now. We haven't had a good view of them yet because we came in kind of well after sunset, just on the last of the fading light. So we look forward to getting that view in the morning, maybe climb those. I think they are the biggest moving sand dunes in the southern hemisphere. Someone, feel free to fact check that, add it to the comments. We appreciate the comments. And so after tomorrow we will head back up to up the kind of clay pans, up the escarpment to Kaiguna, get some fuel. It'll be nice to be back in civilization for a sec, and then duck back down and continue with the old telegraph track. Anything else, Sebedy, for today?
Don't think so.
We're enjoying the comments. Thank you very much. For any concerned parents out there, or if there's any police that happen to watch it, my speedo does read 10% over. So when you're seeing that we're speeding along, not the case. Very much law-abiding citizens always.
Do you want to say your speedo reads 30% over?
Just to give myself a little bit of fat. Yeah, my speedo reads 30% over. No, because then I'll look really slow all the time. 10% over. All right, and how are you feeling? Body, bike?
Body's okay.
Yeah.
Bike seems to be going along well.
Okay.
Despite being thrown around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all right. Okay. I did get sunburned today. I think that's one of the big wins so far. I haven't been sunburned yet. That's great.
Should we end it here?
Yeah. How have you been?
I'm actually holding up pretty well. My knee guards are shaking on the back of my legs a lot, actually. They're pretty rubbed raw, but otherwise, that's my only really ailment.
Okay.
I can work through that.
How's the bike?
Bike's going well. Yeah, happy with the bike. And I actually think today I'm starting to feel like I'm riding it well now for the first time. I think I'm getting used to the size of the bike, feeling like I'm riding it a bit more like a dirt bike, which is fun.
Very good.
And I think you're getting used to yours too.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Like and subscribe. Bye.
Good night.
Good morning, start of day 6. It is a smidge after 9 o'clock. We were actually ready at about 8 this morning, but spent about an hour doing the finishing off the video editing. So I hope you're enjoying that, because it is taking a bit of time, but only good for us to look back on the trip, and will be good memories to have as well. So not sure if you can see Duke Orleans Bay over there, absolutely stunning. Cool to see it with the sun out this morning. We've opted for different paths here. Instead of going the new freshly cut in track, kind of guaranteed to be no sand. We've gone the more traditional option. So far this one feels okay. I'm happy with my choice. I bet Zed's happy with his choice. He's looking for me. I'll give him a little speed up. Thanks, Tom. Glad to see you. We can flow pretty well. These corrugations are vicious. They should have their own lines on the map, I think I've just remembered some big sandy hills on this track. It's all coming flooding back. I have ceased trusting my remembering self when it comes to the sandiness of tracks that I've done before on the car. So I can see now, I mean, it's beautiful, this little section, just all this coastal scrub, but it does undulate a little bit, almost like a power line track, but without the power line. And I think there's some real soft sandy bits. So hopefully we get through about 15 k's to Israelite Bay. We'll have a bit of a first break for the day, eat some food, top up the sugar levels, and eventually keep on kicking on to Bilbunya. We're only 5 minutes down the road and the landscape's kind of changed already. For the most part, it's kind of solid, I don't know what it is, sandstone kind of walls and sand, so they would make pretty good ground here pretty easily, which is nice. And hopefully we open up onto the clay pan soon enough. We've made it to the clay pan section. Nice to have some hard pack underneath it. The wet stuff is very, very slippery, so we're being tentative until we get the hang of it. Heading to Bilbunya sand dunes. Josh has once again gone ahead, sorry. If I fall over, oh. Oh, soft sand, love this. Oh. Whew. I think I should go ahead. Ooh. Oh, hello, sand. Soft, soft, soft sand. Where the fuck are we going? Going this way, I suppose. Oh, this is hectic. Woo! I wonder how we're going to get out of here. This would have been number 4 for the day. We've had enough of this. Screw your head back on. You would have been the saddest panda in the entire world if you didn't have your sun safety hat. Boy oh boy. We're gonna have a better day tomorrow.